Cody's an angry man right now. What's going on with him and Christine? He's not himself.
I think what's healthy for our family is me leaving.
Men don't win in the divorce world. Major injustice that is being done to me.
It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Friday, September 16th. So the first video I did today, I mixed up and I got the hearing wrong, like the audio wrong. I didn't do the correct buttons when I was editing. So this video will have the right audio and you should be able to hear it in both your headphones. I'm super sorry I didn't hit surround when I was editing. So sorry about that. I'm human. I make mistakes too. We're gonna get back. We're going to get back into what we're doing, which is talking about sister wives, because there's, yes, another clip. How many clips are we going to get? How many clips are we going to get? A lot. This time, Cody is talking about the major injustice that is happening to him. And then Christine gets a compliment from Cody that she says is the nicest thing that he's ever said to her in a long time. And what he actually said to her wasn't even that nice. And it made me sad that that was the nicest thing that he has said to her. I'm glad that Christine left, and I'm glad that she got the kind of, maybe that tiny carrot that she got where he was maybe not a total jerk to her on the way out, but it still wasn't the nicest thing that he could have said, in my opinion. Christine has been like living the best life, and you need to go follow her on her Instagram. She just went out to dinner with Hunter and they had steak and they enjoyed a glass of wine. I was so like, oh, tell me what kind of glass of wine you want. And then somebody that is a writer for TV show Ace was like, Katie, they're not going to give you that story. And I was like, I know, girl. I was just trying. Thank you to all of the writers and bloggers that follow me, engage with me, and share my content out on your websites, out on your outlets. I appreciate the love. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate that you trust me as a source. Okay, so before we get into it, can you do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and turn your notifications on so you know when I go live or new content loads. All right, I hit 250,000 today, 250,000 subscribers. I'm so thankful to all of you. Thank you so much for all of the people that have been subscribing recently. Thank you so much for sticking with me, for all of you that have been here since the headphone days, and for all of you that have been on this wild ride with me, thank you. This channel hasn't grown like it. I didn't go like up really fast. It's just been a steady climb, and I appreciate the steady climb better than like the fast like boom and then you burn out, because this has been perfect for me and I think it's perfect for you. So thanks for being here. Okay, so the brand new clip is the Cody sort of describing the injustice in their relationship or what she's doing to him, and Christine explaining more about why she left and why polygamy is hard. And I think Robyn throws a little bit of shade. We'll start right here.
I've had 3 wives threaten me to leave me on and off our entire marriages. You know, the threat to leave is always out there.
We know who the 3 that are always threatening to leave you, Cody. It's Meri, it's Meri, Christine, and Janelle. It's certainly not Robyn, your fave. But it's nothing to brag about, by the way, that your wives want to leave you. And I would say it's a symptom of a lot bigger problem. You know when they say that like you don't have the ability to see outside yourself, that's your problem. And you don't ever see that like the common denominator in a lot of the issues that happen in this family are because of your behavior. I understand that like people can gang up on people and people can be unfairly targeted, but I do think that you set the tone as your head of the family, and because you set the tone, you said if you don't like it, you can leave. So don't get mad when they threaten to leave. You're the one that told them if you don't like it, you can leave. Who started that? Can I just say too, it bothers me when he says nobody is a prisoner here. That sounds so disgusting. Like, I would never want my husband to think that this house is a prison, and I would never want him to think that this house or our marriage is a prison, and I would never tell my husband no one's a prisoner here. And then if my husband were leaving me, I certainly wouldn't say, well, I hope you enjoy your freedom. That sounds like you've been a captive. Are you holding your wives captive? Food for thought.
I had chosen to live plural marriage when I was really young. And I just imagined I would always live in plural marriage. So even when things were hard, I just thought, well, it can be hard. Plural marriage can be hard. I just thought that it was okay to be sad. And I think I was a lot sadder than I thought. But I tried, and I tried to be happy as much as possible. And certainly I still found joy in things.
You know how Christine said that in an interview with People, that she didn't realize how like complicated her life was until she left Cody, and she didn't really realize that she was sad and things were really difficult until she left that situation. When these little girls are brainwashed to be conditioned to go into plural marriage, they're basically told that marriage is not about happiness. It's a struggle. It's endure to the end because you're going to get to that greater blessing in heaven. I was rewatching a season of Sister Wives, and I was listening to Janelle say, plural marriage isn't always great. I mean, it might not even be good in the first 5, 10, or even 20 years. Let me just say this. If you go through 20 years of misery, it's 20 years too long. Let me also just say this. Every marriage has seasons of unhappiness where things are difficult, but if it's always difficult, it's not worth it. If you can't work things out, life is too short to stay in that pain. And no one should be brainwashed to believe that that marriage is supposed to be hard and sad. Marriage shouldn't be sad. It's not always happy, but it shouldn't be sad. Marriage should be about commitment and love. It should not be about sadness and difficult and it's not happy. That's just brainwashing so men can have more women to breed children so that they can become gods under their horrible doctrine.
I think that Cody and Christine have struggled for a very long time. I feel like it's more of an inevitability coming instead of a let's try to work this out.
Personally, I look at plural marriage like any other marriage. If the parties involved aren't interested or willing to do it, there's really not a whole lot else that can be done.
So Janelle has a very good pulse on where things are with Christine and Cody, because Janelle and Christine have been able to talk about the problems that she's had in her marriage. I think for Janelle, it's a lot easier for her to understand that Christine is going to leave. I think it's funny that Meri has been, that she has the audacity to say, I look at plural marriage like any other marriage. If it's not working or if parties don't want to make it work, there's nothing more that you can do. Meri doesn't understand that in real marriage, you don't have to deal with your husband sleeping with other women unless he cheats. We don't share our husbands. I don't have to worry about my husband spending the night with someone else. I don't have to share him with another girl, and then I'm not forced to be friends with another girl. I actually get kind of insulted when they compare their marriages to a regular marriage because it's not the same. When you have your husband with you all the time and he is devoted to you, it's not on the same stratosphere. There's no other outside factors. There's no other stressors other than your family. It's not the same. It's actually kind of insulting to people that are monogamous for her to imply that it's the same as any other marriage, because it's not. I think women that leave polygamy are brave, and I think them leaving the doctrine and the brainwashing to become independent is courageous, and I think it takes a lot of courage, and I don't think Meri has that courage. So I think she can just keep her mouth.
Plural marriage is very hard. That's why you can't get lazy in it. You have to choose it every day. You have to want everyone in the family to be happy as much as you want yourself to be happy. It's the only way to do it successfully, in my opinion.
Can I roll my eyes a little bit more? It's pretty easy for her to say that you have to choose it every day when your husband's at your house every day and he's the one that's choosing you every day. Couldn't it be less if your husband didn't choose you and you were on the outside looking in and you weren't the favorite? Like, I understand that Robyn is just as much of a victim in this whole religion, but she doesn't have to deal with the same issues as these other women. And unless he replaces Robyn with another wife, she might not ever have to deal with that. And I don't think that it's like she's acting like they're lazy because they gave up. No, Robyn, they've just been with him for 15 or 20 more years than you, and they've gone through enough abuse that they're over it. I just wish that Robyn had the ability to actually understand the words that came out of her mouth, and the fake tears just never worked for me.
I want to apologize for being so angry. And I just said, Christine, what do you want? And you said, I just want to be free. And I'm sorry I was so angry.
Thank you. That's
But
very sweet.
I'm just sitting here going, I've had to do a lot of introspection.
I'm really grateful that he's just being real and not mad and not angry.
A broken clock is right twice a day. Seriously. And Kody Brown can actually apologize. Does he mean it? I don't know. I mean, he might actually feel remorse and feel bad. He's apologizing for getting mad at her, for her saying, I want your freedom. And she says that's sweet. Does that go to tell you like how rudely he must speak to her all the time? The fact that he says, I'm sorry that I got mad at you. And she called that sweet. I don't think I would call that sweet, but that's just me. I mean, Christine is trying to make the best out of a crappy situation. And I'll give her props for that. Always a class act.
It feels like just this major injustice that is being done to me, and it galls me. I need to get to a place where I can rejoice about your happiness and your freedom.
Thank you. That's like the sweetest thing that you've ever said, by the way.
Just want to thank him for trying to support me. Gosh, that's the sweetest thing he said to me in years.
Christine leaving him is a major injustice being done to me, being done to Cody. Remember how last week he said there are no victims in this family. She is not a victim. Nobody treated her wrong. So there's no victims, Cody, I thought. So how can it be an injustice being done to you? You said there's no victims. Nobody's done anything wrong. Nobody's hurt her. I want to like get a tiny little violin. I swear. He's such a hypocrite. Okay, and then she finds the fact that he wants to like get less angry to support her happiness to be sweet. Again, I don't think that's sweet, but she has been so beat down by him that him just offering a tiny little carrot of, I want to get to a place where I can support your happiness and freedom. And she thinks that's sweet. I mean, he's trying, right? He wants to support her leaving, but it just makes me sad that these are the sweetest things he's said. It isn't that you are a wonderful human being. You have a kind heart, a sweet disposition. You are funny and loving and caring and a great cook. Nothing. It's, I want to be less mad at you. Christine, I'm so glad you left. It was not an injustice for you, to Cody, for you to leave. Everyone here is cheering you on. Cody's a man-child. Good on you for leaving. I'm already exhausted and we are only through like 1 week. It's going to be a long season, y'all. Long one. But I'm here for you. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.